morning everyone, Happy New Year. Not quite the 2021 start that we were hoping for, but one thing that we're going to do differently this time during the lockdown is myself and Josh want to put some content out there on the internet that you can watch, you can participate in, and just give you some you time basically. You're going to be doing a lot of work, you're going to spend a lot of time with your family that you're maybe not really used to, or it can get too much for us sometimes, so it's important that we take time for ourselves, and myself and Josh want to try and make sure that that happens. So we're going to do a few things. We've set up some new social media sites. It would be great if you could follow them. That's at SM Chaplaincy on social media, so Instagram, Facebook, and on YouTube as well. So give us a follow, and we're going to be putting stuff on there daily for you to look at. It might not interest you, but it might do, so why not follow us, and then if it comes up and you like it, great. Also, we're going to be doing 2 things each week that we would love you to take part in and just to watch. So we're going to be putting out a magazine each week called the Hope Magazine. That will be linked to the theme of the week. I'll have some content in there for you to read, maybe some videos to watch, and then at the back it might have some activities that we would like you to try and do as you go through the week. Again, just to make sure that you're not just work, just family, but that you're having time for yourselves. And then the last thing we're going to do is a weekly video like this one. We're going to share some stories with you, share some ideas, some things for you to think about, maybe set you a challenge. We're going to call this a thought bubble. We've all been living in bubbles for months now, so let's have a different one. But let's think about the bubble in here, how we can start thinking about things and in here as well. So this week's thought bubble is going to be on the theme of hope.
Really hope they turn the heating on in here. Hi everyone, I'm Josh and welcome to Thought Bubble. Now, we all have things that we hope for.
I hope that I can spend more time with my family this year.
I hope that I can see my family and friends again, go out with them, and really hope that they stay safe over this pandemic.
This year I'm hopeful that the vaccine can be distributed to those on the list and as many people as possible can be helped.
Right now I can see some year 7s playing football and Mr. Kerr's standing at the side. I've heard him shout a few times, "I'm on your team lads, I'm on your team lads." I think he's hoping for a pass. Don't think he's gonna get it though. We all have things that we wish would happen, but a lot of the time when we hope for something, that's all we're doing. We're just wishing that something will happen. We don't really have a basis for it. We don't have a reason to think it will come about. We just kind of hope. But a lot of the time when we use that word hope, we're just wanting something to happen. I don't want you to think about hope as like a wish. I want you to think of hope as like an anchor. You know what an anchor is, right? Like on a ship, like this. You'd have a ship with the sailors, the crew, the captain, the parrot, and the ship would set sail, but then if there were storms, if there was massive waves and thunder, lightning crashing, the ship shaking everywhere, everything would seem out of control. A little bit like the past year, the situation we're living in now. But you know what an anchor would do? They'd throw it over the side, it would hit firm ground at the bottom, and it would keep them steady. Now, yeah, waves and storms will crash against them and move them about, but they can rest assured that the anchor's gonna hold strong. That is what hope truly is. It's something firm in our lives that we can look to, no matter what's going on now. And we root our comfort in that thing. We can say, things are crazy at the moment, I don't know what the future's gonna hold, but I've got this thing in my life, this hope, this anchor, this rock, and it's holding me fast, it's holding me strong. Now here's a verse from the Bible. This is from Psalm 119, verse 114. And the writer of the psalm says this: "You are my hiding place and my shield. I hope in your word." Now they're writing about God, saying, "You are my hiding place. You're like a shield to me. whatever troubles, whatever enemies might face me in my life, you're my hiding place. You're the one I hide myself in, like a shelter, like a strong castle who's going to protect me. You're my shield. And my hope is in your word, the things you've said, the promises you've given to me. And I'm going to trust in that. That's my hope. Now, I wonder what your hope is. Is there something in your life that you can cling to like that? For me, that thing is God. There are so many good things in the world that He's created that can give us hope. But for me, He is the greatest of all things. He's the true hope for me. I wonder what your hope is. It could be family, it could be friends, it could be God. But whatever your hope is, I want you to think about this. No matter what storms may crash against you today, this week, this year, if you have a hold on your anchor, you won't be shaken. If you have a strong foundation, something that will give you comfort and joy, then you'll start to notice something. The more you focus on that anchor, on that hope, the more you find joy in that thing, you'll start to find that all your troubles and worries start to fade away, because your anchor, your hope, is what gives you strength. I wonder, what are you hoping in today? And how can you be a hope for other people? That's my challenge to you this week. Think of those around you, your friends, your family who you're at home with. Think about them. What can you do for them this week that will give them hope? How can you be that anchor for other people? Maybe you know someone who's going through a tough time. What can you do to make a difference in their life? What can you do to be the hope that other people need?